What a good boy. What a good boy. What a good boy. Okay, I got to do this. Hey guys, Dave here with my Longmill CNC and my good buddy Kodo. Anyway, Thanksgiving is coming up and I thought it might be a good time to try another project on my Longmill CNC. I want to try to make some Thanksgiving themed key fobs. I'm going to try to make a bunch of them. There's a party a couple days after Thanksgiving. I'll see a lot of really good friends. I want to make something to give them. I'm going to try to do a production run of those key fobs. That means learning how to use V-carve efficiently to make toolpaths. So, guess there's nothing to do but to do it. First, I need to know how big should a key fob be? And there you go. Next is what to put on it and what kind of font to use. Now I can set up a prototype in V-carve, then head out to the Longmill and see what happens. So after a bunch of test cutting and a few prototype attempts, I think I've finally decided on a font and layout I'm happy with. Back out to the Longmill. Little sanding, little oil, I like it. I'll resaw this 4/4 maple offcut and hopefully it'll stay flat enough. I'll be able to plane it down and end up with two nice 1/4 inch thick blanks. Nice. Looks like they stayed dead flat. A couple of passes through the planer and these will be good to go. I should be able to cut about 20 pieces out of each of these. Now back in V-carve, I've grouped my vectors onto layers according to the toolpaths I want to set up. Then I made as many copies of my original fob design as I could fit onto my workpiece. Each copy keeps its vectors on the right layer, and then I can set the toolpaths to automatically select the vectors by layer. Sounds complicated, but it's a lot easier than having to select the vectors one by one, and it's really the way to go for batch cutting projects. My first toolpath uses the V-bit to create a small bevel around the profile of the fob and the hole for a keyring. Those two vectors from the original prototype are on one layer in V-carve, and when I copied the prototype, that layer structure stayed intact. So the G-code now tells my machine to cut all the bevels on this pass. Likewise with the text, as you can see on this second pass. These 1/4-inch holes are for the indexing pins I'll use to get my workpiece placed correctly when I turn it over to mill the other side. Now I'm milling the corresponding index holes in the spoil board. I thought it might be smart to mark these as they're being machined, since it kind of looks like somebody's been using it for target practice, and I really don't feel like playing multiple choice. So I kind of feel like maybe I should be doing the cutout pass last, in case any of my tabs fail. But mostly because I'm lazy, I'm doing it first to save myself a tool change. Fingers crossed. Back to the V-bit to bevel the fob profile and keyring hole on this side, then finish up the text. So I totally don't understand why, but on this side the long mill seemed to keep skipping around while it was milling the text. I mean, it all eventually got done, but I don't know. I'm hoping there's some way to modify that in V-carve. I'll have to remember to slow down the toolpath preview in the future so I can see when something like this is happening. Doesn't really matter on this little project, but it could be a real time killer on something big. Looks like my tabs held. Also looks like I could have gotten 2 more fobs out of that piece of wood. Are you guys like me? I hate watching people use sharp tools in fast motion. But somehow, there's something oddly satisfying about fast motion sanding. Yeah, I think I like fast motion finishing too. I picked up some of these, let's call them super economical keyring cable thingies from Amazon. And true to the reviews, when you put them together and test them with a good finger pull, several of them just kind of come apart. I happen to have the right size wire crimper, so I took that and cinched the metal fittings a little tighter around the cables on all of them, and that seemed to take care of the problem. Once I did that, they were all pretty strong. I'm super pleased with how these came out. I'm really looking forward to giving them away to a bunch of good friends at a post-Thanksgiving dinner party that's always one of my favorite events of the year. If you enjoyed this video, please click that thumbs up button below and be sure to subscribe to see more. I truly am grateful for your support. Thanks for watching and happy Thanksgiving.